welcome back to my channel. Okay, besties, I have been in the house all week because Carter had the flu all week long, and it's Friday night. Cade came down with the flu today, and we're just stuck in the house, so I figured, let me just do a sit-down video. It's been quite some time since we've done a sit-down video on the channel, so I was like, I'm not doing nothing else. Let me get myself together. I just threw on a little Lulu jacket. I did my hair and I did my makeup because, yeah, I haven't got to do that all freaking week. So, welcome to the channel, besties. First things first, girl. I wanted to do a tipsy talk, and a couple of weeks ago, I put up a poll on my Instagram for questions, but I got, like, mixed questions. Most of the questions that I got were, like, lifestyle questions. So, if you are a bestie who loves tipsy talk, once I upload this video, I'm going to put a poll up on my Instagram, and please send me some tipsy talk questions so we can get another one of them up on the channel. But anywho, we are going to do a little life update. I'm going to answer questions that you guys have about me. I have all of my questions right here from Insta. So let's just hop right into it. Starting off strong, I really like this question. How do you know your worth so well? I admire you for being that girl, that wife, and that mama. I feel like who I am right now as a 26-year-old, I have been the same person for a long time. I feel like my self-worth was just, I feel like I learned what my self-worth is as a very young person, like as a young adult. Not even as a young adult, as simply like still in my teens. I always knew that what's for me will be for me. There's not a devil in hell that can stop my blessing. So what's for me is for me. If I want something, I'm going to walk like I already got it. I'm going to talk like I already got it. I'm going to act like I already got it. If there's something that I want for myself, I'm going to already act as if I possess that, because I feel like that pours into my self-worth. Me already knowing what I want out of life, how I'm going to get it. Self-worth was determined at a very young age. And I don't think it had to be determined by quote-unquote heartbreaks or boys or guys, whatever. I feel like my self-worth was determined in my childhood simply through childhood traumas, issues with my dad, all that kind of stuff. I feel like I had to learn like who the fuck I was. And it's just like something as simple as broken promises from your father. That shit will tear you down. And I feel like I dealt with a lot of broken promises. I dealt with a lot of trauma in my childhood. So I feel like all of that simply made me into who I am. It poured into my self-worth. It made me know, like, you don't have to beg for a spot in anyone's life, because anybody who desires to be in your life, anybody who desires to have you in their life will show up acting as if they want you there. Like, if I'm showing up and it feels like I'm a bother, if every time I show up, if every time I talk to you, if it feels like I'm a bother to you, that just kind of drew the line for me. Like, okay, I'm worth more than this. I'm worth more than this. Like, I'm not a bother to anybody. Like, I'm worth so much more than I'm putting out and what the universe is giving back to me. And I always knew, like, just do you, Zaria. Just do you. Everything that you want, everything you desire in this life is going to come on the back end. Even though I dealt with all this trauma as a child and all this, I feel like I always knew God was going to show up for me eventually. What's that song? He's an on-time God. He might not come when you want him, but he will be there right on what? On time? Oh, okay. Thank you. And I feel like as a mom, I show up for myself the same way that I would anytime. Like, when you say that mom, that wife, I feel like when it comes to being a wife, for me, I to lose myself in all of this. Like, I never wanted to lose myself being somebody's wife or being someone's mom. Like, I never wanted to lose myself. But I feel like I'm rambling now. Let me go to the next question. Why did your husband have a vasectomy just to have it reversed? Okay, so my husband had a vasectomy in 2021 after our last baby was born. And the reason that my husband had a vasectomy, well, there's a bunch of factors, but since we on it, let's talk about it. At the time, my husband was in the Navy, and his plans were to do the full 20 years at that point. So simply because if you've ever been in the military, if you're a military spouse, if you know anything about the male life, then you know they give so much for so little. The pay it's just not great. So we're responsible humans. If we already know 2 kids was our max, MAX, that we could afford, Why would we not take the proper precautions? Why would we not? Yes, I could have gotten my tubes tied. Yes, I could have got on birth control. The reason that I did not get on birth control, if you're an OG bestie, then you already know. Back in 2019, after Carter was born, I was on birth control. I had been on birth control. I got on birth control in 2016. I started with the pills, and then I went to Depo. And then once Missy J got married, I got off of that. And then after Carter was born, I went back onto birth control pills. The reason that I discontinued birth control, and I personally will never put birth control in my body again, is because I have a mass in my right breast, and I had to go through this whole process of getting it biopsied. I have a metal clip inside of my breast, so anytime I go to get a scan done on it, it's easy for them to know where it is because the metal clip is in there and it shows up on a scan. But my doctor at the time told me he was like 99.9% sure that that breast mass came from the hormones in my birth control. He told me there are a bunch of side effects to birth control, but as doctors, they are not required to tell you those side effects. It's your job as the consumer to do your own research on what you're putting into your body. So that is the reason that I did not get on birth control. And for two, the reason that I did not get my tubes tied, when I was pregnant with Cade, I had to have 2 surgeries on top of giving birth. The first surgery, I had to have a cerclage, so I had to have my cervix surgically stitched up. And check this out, I had to be awake. Originally, the original plans were for me to get put to sleep. I was okay with getting put to sleep. I talked to my anesthesiologist, all these things. And when it was time for them to wheel me back to surgery, the anesthesia team came in and talked to me, and they told me they did not feel comfortable putting me to sleep because I was so heavily pregnant. They thought that I was 21 weeks, but there was like a miscommunication. I was 23 weeks and 5 days when I got my surgery. They did not feel comfortable putting me to sleep that far along in my pregnancy. Therefore, I had to be fully awake while I got my cervix stitched. Now, they did give me a spinal block, but child, I still felt all the pressure, all the things, and I was awake. They had cameras or like screens in the room. There was a camera inside of me. I could see them in there stitching it up. So yeah, my second surgery, I had to also be awake when I had to get my cerclage out. Even more horrible than it was horrible. And all of that while on top of a couple of days later having to give birth. So my husband just said, like, girl, you've already been through enough. You've had 2 surgeries. You've had a damn baby. The least I can do is get a vasectomy. A vasectomy is a super duper easy procedure. I don't know why people like try to make it like it's this big ass open heart surgery. It's not. It literally takes less than an hour, and I kid you not, 2 days after my husband had his vasectomy, he was already back at the court working out, playing basketball, doing all the things. So my husband got his vasectomy done on a Thursday or a Friday. By Monday, he was back to all regular activities. So that is why my husband got a vasectomy, simply because he wanted to. We're responsible adults. If we know that we can't afford 5 children, why would we not take proper precaution to not have 5 children? Yeah. Life has obviously gotten better for us. We're in a better predicament. We do want to have 1 more child. So that is why he got a vasectomy reversal. Still trying for baby girl? If so, how's it going? So yes, we are still actively TTC. We're trying to conceive. However, I just felt like we were just putting too much pressure on it the first couple months. We were tracking, doing all of these things, and nothing was happening. It was like every single month, it was like a humongous letdown. Like we were disappointed. So we actually have a fertility consult this upcoming Monday with my OB. So we will go in, we will discuss different options, just a bunch of things we will try before we ultimately decide with IVF. And I personally, I don't want to do IVF. I feel like my pregnancies are already super duper complicated. I don't want to do it. I just want to conceive naturally, even if we need a little bit of help and push from my doctor. So I will update y'all on that in the next video, because like I said, today is Friday and my consult is Monday. So I'll update y'all after my consult. What happened to your cleaning business with your friend? Did I miss something? We still have our cleaning franchise. I just stopped talking about my cleaning business on the internet simply because people are weird. In the beginning, whenever I first popped out with it, Lex and I, y'all know, for the first 30 days, we did all of the work ourselves, so we did not have to go in the hole. We did all the work ourselves, and after we got paid for that first month, we went ahead and started hiring people. We went ahead and started recruiting our team. We had, I think our second month, we hired two or three people. And we would literally be just uploading, like just us going through the motions, us simply just doing all the new business owner things. We were excited about it. We were happy about it. We were just so in the moment about it. And somebody, well, on multiple occasions, we were reported to Jenny King. And then when I first went to franchise training, Jenny King did not have a social media policy. And this I know because I specifically asked when we were up in Louisiana for a whole week going through franchise training. I asked them if they had a social media policy. I told them that I am a content creator and I have a little following on the internet, and I just want to make sure I'm not, you know, doing anything that is against the policy. You know, being proactive. At the time, I was told there was no social media policy in place. Anything that you post, it just needed to be like in good favor, blah 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 stuff. You know, the norm. I was told there was no policies. So after so many reports came in about me, and I wasn't talking about Jenny King in a negative way. I simply was just doing my day-to-day reels, and obviously Jenny King was a part of my life at that point, so I would talk about it. And I don't know, if my guess is that somebody in our region felt threatened by me, because I don't know if they thought I was like using my social media to like recruit new clients or gain new business. I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but for whatever reason, somebody kept reporting me, so much so to the point that Jenny King International Headquarters sent out a humongous ass social media policy, all because of little old me. So once the social media policy came out, one of my colleagues that I met back when I was in training, he ended up reaching out and we ended up discussing it. And I ended up just telling him, like, I just am going to completely stop posting about it, because at this point, this is ridiculous. Like, I haven't said anything that's out of the ordinary. I'm just being me. And that's a problem that I always run into, no matter what phase of life I am in, no matter what I'm doing. There's always somebody who is so fucking intimidated by me. And I think that it is so insane. But you should be intimidated by me, because I'm a very young, black, beautiful, powerful person. I know what I want out of life, and if there's something that I want, when I put my mind to it, there's not a devil in hell that can stop me from getting it. So yes, you absolutely should be intimidated by me. But no, y'all, we still have our franchise. We're going into our year 2. Last weekend, we were down in Mississippi for Jenny King, the conference, convention, whatever that we have every year. Last year, y'all know me and Lexi were rookies. Our badges said rookies, first timers. This year, our shit said Diamond Club. Diamond Club, because a lot of people ask, what does Diamond Club mean? Diamond Club means that your franchise, your business, your LLC generated between $250,000 to $499,000 the past year. Hell no, that don't mean all the money came to me and Lexi. Out of that money, we still had to pay franchise fees or finder's fees. We had to pay taxes. And then we have a big ass crew now. We have so many people who work for us full time, and then we also have part-time staff. So this means that's what our business in total generated. And since we do own the business, I recognize for that. That is what Diamond Club means. But yes, whoever out there who's intimidated by me, you should be. I know I'm always this person who I'm like, I'm just so humbled. I am humbled, but I am also a badass in real life. And when I want something, I'm going to get it. Next, vacations or family trips booked for 2026. So yes, we are going on a cruise for spring break. We're going to DR. We're going to Mexico. We're going to Grand Turks. So yes, we have a big ass trip coming up, and I'm so excited because my sissy and her kids and her husband are also coming on the same ship because our kids have the same spring break. So we're gonna have so much freaking fun. What's a hard truth that you had to accept recently? A hard truth, and I'm not even gonna say recently, but just throughout my adulthood and just throughout life, you will learn that sometimes family can be your worst fucking enemy, if I'm just being completely honest. I know how they like to say, you know, blood is thicker than water. I don't want to hear that shit. Simply because sometimes the people who have the same bloodline as you, they want to see you do bad. People, this is the real spill. People want to see you do good, never better than them. Never better than them. And the moment that they click it in their little brain that you're doing something that they're not, you're doing better than them, oh, they're going to tear you down. Anything they can say to blemish your image, they're going to do it. So one hard truth that I have had to learn, I'm not going to say recently, I'm just going to say in adulthood in general, is that family can be your worst enemy. Simple. Okay, how has Crew been adjusting now that y'all have had him for a little while? Crew has been doing really good. The only thing, sometimes Crew thinks he's bigger than a program. Like, he had went through this little phase where he wanted to chew my baseboards, and I'm not going for none of that. So you're not bigger than a program, and actually you're gonna go sit in this cage and think about what you did. But otherwise, y'all, he is like a third baby. That is my baby. I love him down. I foresee Crew being like an old man with like the glossy, cloudy eyes when the kids are heading off to college. And yeah, I foresee him being in our life for forever until, you know, it's no more. So we love him. What have you outgrown recently? Something that I have recently outgrown is just over explaining. I no longer have the desire or the mental capacity to over explain. Whatever you heard about me, cool. Whatever you feel about me, cool. However you feel about me, cool. Why the hell am I about to stress myself out trying to over explain something about me to a person who already in their brain already has like already figured out what they're gonna think about me? Like, why would I over explain that? These days, I just don't have the mental capacity to over explain. I just don't have it in me. Whatever you heard, cool. Whatever you believe, cool. Whatever you think, cool. I no longer give a damn. So yeah, that's that. What's something we don't know about you and that y'all don't know about me? Ooh, girl. Let me think. I don't know. Something that y'all don't know about me. I feel like I always give y'all like little story times, like when I was younger, before I was married, all these type of things. But something that y'all don't know about me, your girl was hell on wheels. You can ask my mom. My mama was a super strict parent. My dad was incarcerated ever since I was 4 months old. He's still there to this day. And my stepdad and my mom ended up divorcing when I was about 15. So from the time I was about 7 to the time I was 15, 16, my mom was married, and both of them was just really strict. Like, they were super duper strict. They didn't give us any kind of freedom, but I wasn't living my life like that. Like, I had already made it up in my mind. I wasn't living my life like that. Like, if my parents said I can't do something, I'm just gonna do it when y'all go to bed. I'm gonna sneak up out of here. So that's something that y'all should know. Your girl was hell on wheels. And I be telling my best friend all the time, like, if God don't give me a daughter, it's okay. It's okay, because if she anything like her mom, I'm going to have hell on my hands to deal with. I'm going to have hell to pay back, because I know for a fucking fact I was hell on wheels. I gave my mom a run for her money. Like, when I said I enjoyed my youth, I enjoyed my youth. I would literally prop pillows up under my cover and I would be gone. I'm going to the bonfire. I'm going out with my friends. I am gone. Like, I feel like that's why I was so okay with getting married young, with having kids young, because as a child or as a teenager, I lived so many lives. I had so much fun. I lived so many lives, and I just knew, like, I knew a person for everything. I knew a person for everything. And it was always something going on, especially when I moved to PHS, which is which is where I graduated from, there was just always something. Like, even when I went to the other school, there was always something going on. But I was never the type of person who is finna be in a mix with all these white people, for real. Like, I feel like if some shit go down, they're gonna throw me under the bus. And I was never that girl. Like, if there was not more than, if all my friends wasn't going, I'm not going. But once I got to the school that was like a good mix of black and white, boo, I was outside. I was outside. I had a car. I was out damn side, and I had a ball. So yeah. How do you just not focus on these guys? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but y'all, I'm married. I feel like even if I wasn't married, auntie run a strict program. All that playing in my face, you're not finna do that shit. I'm not going for none of that. So I don't really understand this question, but I don't focus on no guys because my husband at the house, he is a damn enough. Okay, he already get on my nerves enough. I don't need no outside factors. Auntie good on that. I'm cool. So, what advice would you give a young married couple who's having a hard time? I would tell y'all, first of all, hard times and tough times don't last. Tough people do. I'm always going to say that. Don't be a statistic. Statistically, young marriages are never going to last. That's what they always try to say. Like, oh, it's never going to last. It's never going to last. Don't follow that statistic. If you have kids, get them damn kids on a strict bedtime routine. If the kids go to bed at 8:30, that's cool, mom and daddy. At 8:35, y'all need to be going to do something that y'all want to do. Even if you don't have a village, even if you can't go on a date, have date nights at home. I think I told y'all this before, but before we moved back home, we would have date nights at home. We would order food, play games, paint pictures together, do massages, role play, anything, all type of shit. A whole bunch of stuff that just builds intimacy, because at the end of the day, it's just you and your person versus the world. It's not the world it's not you versus your person versus the world. It's you two versus the world. So whatever outside factors that are contributing to you having a hard time, it's you two versus the problem and never the problem versus y'all. Knock that shit out. You can do it. And plus, I tell my husband all the time, I'm not finna start over with nobody else. Auntie getting old. I'm not finna start over with nobody else. Like, I don't have time to be hiding from nobody else when I'm naked. You already know how I look when I'm naked. You already know how my stretch marks look. You already know everything about me. I'm not finna start over with telling my deepest, darkest secrets to nobody else. Friend, work that shit out. And if you need somebody to talk to, call me. And I know a lot of, like, when I say call me, y'all might be like, Z capping. Girl, please check my portfolio. I got so many besties in my phone. I done talk to y'all. I done FaceTime, then cried to y'all. I don't care really about people. I'm just not that person. I'm a real person in real life. And sometimes you just need somebody to talk to. I am your virtual bestie. Girl, call me. Call me. We could talk about it. How do you and your husband get through disagreements and arguments? When it comes to a disagreement and an argument, one thing about me, one thing that you gotta know about me, I'm gonna talk my stuff. 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 One thing I'm trying to learn how to do is shut up. Cause when that man talking, I just get to popping off. It's so hard for me to be quiet because, babe, who are you talking to right now? Like, you're trying to handle me, and I like it, but not in this capacity. I like when you rough me up, talk to me crazy, but not right now. If we arguing, now's not the time, boo, because now I'm finna pop back at you. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it, I promise. But we can bicker all damn day long. But one thing about it, I'm not going to bed mad at that man under no circumstances, because life is truly so short. We never know what's going to happen from one day to the next, from 1 hour to the next. So if we got a problem before bed, we're going to resolve this shit before bed. I'm going to put my legs on you and we're going to go to bed. At one point, we did go to like marriage counseling just to she gave us a lot of tips and tricks on how to work through disagreements and work through all these types of things. And one thing that she told us was we need to learn how to talk to each other and not talk at each other. Like how I'm sitting here having a conversation with y'all through the screen, but I'm not pointing a finger like, you did this, you did this, you did this. Talk to them and be calm. If you don't want him to yell at you, you don't yell at him. Be calm. Keep it cool, calm, collected. Talk through the problems just how we talking right now. You don't have to get physical. You don't have to get loud. You just talk through your problems. And I also feel like marriage counseling is such a great tool because we learn so many things about each other in there. We learn so many tools, so many tricks. And I actually want to go back, not because we arguing and knocking each other head in between the washer and dryer, but simply because sometimes it's cool to get like a professional's advice and perspective on certain things. And yeah. Ooh, hey Z, just wanted to know, is sexy time different now that you're trying to TTC? If yes, can you share? I would say, I feel like it's a lot more passion there now simply because like we not just going off the vibes. Like every time, like you never know when it's gonna be like that moment. Like, ooh. So I feel like he putting his all in, I'm putting my all in. We doing shit we ain't never did before. I'm talking about my feet up on the refrigerator. Yes, it's been very much so different, but different in a good way, because like sometimes when we, you know, bada bing bada boom, we be looking at each other like, damn, you think that did it? Like, you think that was the time? Like, you feeling some type of way? Like, you feel it? Like, yeah. So I do feel like it's just like a lot of anticipation. Every time we do something, it's an anticipation. Like, oh my God, was that the time? Is my period gonna come this month? Yeah. How do you keep the love alive in marriage after kids? I feel like so many people have asked me this before, but simply what I said earlier, put them kids on a schedule and then focus on you, because we used to be the type of people, we used to parent all day. We didn't have no shutdown time. We didn't have no schedule. We stayed up late as hell all the time. And we never got like a long time from the kids. And I feel like that was detrimental. Kids need structure. Kids need bedtime. Like right now it's 11:08. My kids on the weekend, they bedtime 10:30. We used to be up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on the weekend. If I'm up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, no kids better not be in my face these days. Go y'all ass to bed. This is mommy and daddy time. And yeah, put them kids in their bed, act a damn fool, go buck wild crazy, and when you finish, have pillow talk. Talk about the week. Talk about your goals. Make a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. Watch a movie. I feel like you got to keep it spontaneous. Also, spontaneous things have been like my thing lately. Like if the kids in their room watching a movie, come on. Like, come on, show that man or show that woman that you still want them, that you still desire them, even throughout all the craziness and the chaos of the day-to-day life with kids, work, everything else that's going on. Show your partner that you still want them. Still show up for them. Still keep it hot and spicy. Sometimes throw you a little thong on, throw you a little lingerie on, send a little naked, nasty picture for in the middle of the day when they at work. Show them that you're thinking about them. Foreplay does not just happen in the bedroom. Foreplay happens all day long. My husband know if I come home and you didn't fed the kids, gave the kids a shower, you to start folding clothes, the house clean, a candle lit. What Gunna said? Stop calling our phone. She give the night. Who apologizes first after a disagreement? Usually it's always my husband. I'm the type of person, I'm going to apologize, but I'm doing it on my own time. I'm not going to do it just because the argument over and now you trying to play. I'm not with it. He always apologizes first, and then I usually just start giggling and I'll apologize, and then we go on about our damn day. How do you feel about Kate starting school this fall? Y'all, I'm really nervous for my baby to start school, but one thing I can say is that I think he is overly prepared. When Carter first went to pre-K, I was very scared because Carter was the type of child, he would let, y'all remember the boy Joshua, the bully in pre-K. He would let somebody just walk all over him. Kate not going for none of that shit. Nobody better not touch my baby or they will be calling me, because he's putting BTA every time. When I tell y'all, him and Carter, he's tearing each other up in his house. And that little brother, that little boy, he packs a damn punch. And I ain't lying. So I'm overly prepared for him to go, on top of just not like in the terms of self-defense, but also we've been doing a lot of educational stuff since Carter already went to kindergarten here. We kind of already know what we need to be working on, so I feel like he's overly prepared. I do think the first week or two probably gonna be hard for him because Cade is such a mama and daddy's boy. He don't like to be gone from his mom and daddy for too long. He will start crying. So separation anxiety is definitely gonna get the best of us that first little week or couple of weeks, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna be okay. On being married in your 20s. Now, like I already told y'all, I enjoyed my teenage years. I overly enjoyed. I had a ball. In my 20s, I always knew that I wanted to be married in my 20s. And I don't have any regrets about getting married in my 20s. I feel like at the end of the day, we work hard, we parent hard, we go hard each and every day. And when we get a break, it just be like we back to like teenage us. Like we just back to teenage us. We have a ball, we have a village. And at the end of the day, we work and we work hard to make this shit work. We have to work. Everyday marriage is work. It's work. If you're not willing to work each and every day, don't even worry about it, for real, because every day is work. It's literally work. Like some days you might want a girl dinner, some days you might not want to do the whole big ass pot roast. Like we're just girls, and I feel like it's work. It is work. Like, but marriage in your 20s, when you settle down in your 20s and you settle down with the right person, it can be an amazing thing. I have thoroughly enjoyed being married in my 20s. I am 26. I got married when I was 18. We have had a ball together. We've traveled the world together. We've done some crazy things together. And I truly would not change it for the world, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Have y'all put the meta glasses to test? We have put the meta glasses to test. The point of view is crazy because the camera on the meta glasses is like a wide angle. And girl, yeah, meta, y'all owe me a check, for real, because after I made that post, so many people, literally hundreds of people, messaged me their meta glasses box. People got their meta glasses, love them down, and mine are actually on a charger right now, so when I finish, I'm probably gonna use mine. How do you manage to get so much done in a day? Love how productive you are. I simply wake up and my brain is already on autopilot. It does not let me rest. I already know how many loads of laundry needs to be done, what all got to be done for the day, and I just do it. Like, I don't make excuses. And also because I have OCD, not just saying that, y'all know I have clinically diagnosed OCD. If I don't do everything in a day, I'm gonna feel out of place. I will be up at 3 in the morning folding clothes and washing walls. I have to. My brain doesn't allow me not to. The days that you're feeling down, what are some things you do to make yourself feel better? If I'm having a day, when my husband get home from work, get your kids. I'm gone. I'm going to me a store or two. I'm going to get out. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to go get me a sweet drink. I'm going to probably, go buy a piece of home decor. Go buy me a cute outfit. I'm going somewhere. Even if I don't go in any stores and I just get in my car, let my sunroof back, turn on my favorite songs at the moment, and just ride down the road, get the fresh air. Like, I don't know. One thing about it, I'm not staying down for long. If some shit is making me sad, if I'm just not feeling it, I'm going to get myself up out of that funk. But I love to just get in my car, play music all the way to 100, and just drive. I don't have to go anywhere. I could just drive. I can literally drive around the city and drive back home, and I will be okay. Sometimes you just need to step away from the stressors. 9 times out of 10, the stressor is my kids hollering. What do you do? How do you parent when you're very overwhelmed and very overstimulated? I feel like now my kids are at the point where I could just tell them, mommy need a moment. Y'all go sit down in your room. Just give mommy a moment. And back to what I just said, when my husband get off work, get your kids. Get your kids, boo. I'll be back. I'm overstimulated. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overtouched. I'm just over everything. Get them. I'll be back. I want to get into content creation so bad, but I'm just so shy and nervous sometimes. And I feel like those feelings are very valid. It's okay. But definitely do it anyways. Do it scared, do it shy, do it timid. It could just be the best move you would ever make in your life. You could blow up overnight, literally. Do it anyways. And for everybody in your hometown, that's not your target audience. Girl, that's not your target. That is not your target audience. You can actually go ahead and block all of them so that when you start posting, you just get pushed out to other FYPs that are not local. Don't worry about what nobody else got to say. Just do it anyways. Ooh, hey bestie, which vacation did you really get took down on? One that you still think about. That god dang Turks and Caicos. Baby, we had a time, we had a time, we had a time, we had a time. I'm not gonna lie, we had a time. That was such an amazing trip. If I could redo it all over again, I would literally redo it all over again from start to finish. It was amazing. Everything was amazing. The food was amazing. Everything was a 10 out of freaking 10. I overly enjoyed that. Sure did. I just gotta know what mama and the family has to say about your freaky talks in the vlogs. For the most part, my family don't ever bring up anything that I say on the internet to me. One time my grandma did tune into a tipsy talk and she was like, girl, please. She clicked right on off of it. Well, was it a tipsy talk? I don't remember if it was a tipsy talk or if I was talking crazy in a reel. I don't remember. But I know she told me she just got right on off of it because I always give a disclaimer. If you my family, if you go to church with me, whatever, this is not for you. Click the hell off. And so for the most part, nobody has anything to say. I was just looking at our pictures from Turks and Caicos. Since we just talked about Turks and Caicos, I was looking at this picture, which did really well on the net. Actually, I got a lot of shares and a lot of likes on it. Let me pull it up. This picture right here. And one of my uncles had commented, he said something like when your niece is posting stuff you don't want to see. And he posted like a little meme on it or something. And then one of my cousins commented back to him and was like, she married now. Like, she married now. But yeah, for the most part, okay, here it goes. Yeah, when your niece posts things that you don't want to see. And then one of my cousins responded back, she's married now. He said, yeah, I know, but still, for the most part, y'all, my family don't say anything to me. Ultimately, I'm grown, I'm married, and this is my life. And if I'm okay with putting it on the internet, shouldn't nobody else have nothing to say. That's my opinion. I did get a few questions that I could have used for a tipsy talk, but I feel like I'm just going to save those questions for when we actually do a tipsy talk, which I actually want to get one of those up ASAP. So remember to go and answer those questions, but or ask those questions, but I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna just go ahead and answer it anyway. She says, sex or head for the rest of your life? Which are you choosing? Definitely sex, because I feel like head it's great, but I like it in combination with actual sex. If I had to pick one, I would definitely want to be ground and pound and knocked down to the ground for the rest of my life. Somebody just asked me how I have been doing. Y'all, I've been doing really good. I feel like mentally, I've been like on a high right now. Like, I'm literally on a high right now. I feel like coming into year 26 as like 2026 and to my 26th year on this planet, I feel unstoppable. I feel like if there's something I want, I'm going to go get it. If there's something I want to do, I'm going to go do it. I feel like at the end of the day, everybody got something to say, and I just feel like it's not my opinion. It's not my problem. And if anybody has a problem with me, you need to go deal with that on your own time, because for me personally, I'm living. I have been doing really good. This past week has been really hard for me because my baby had the flu. Now my other baby got the flu. But this too shall pass. Next Saturday is Valentine's Day. I got me a real sexy little black dress that I plan on wearing. We don't even have plans for Valentine's Day. I just know I want to wear it. I want to go to dinner somewhere with my man. I want to be dessert after. That's all I know. But yeah, your girl been doing good, y'all. Have you ever done or thought about doing a sexy calendar shoot for CJ? So with Valentine's Day coming up, I was like, what can I do? Like, what can I give this man like that he won't? Like, what can I do? And so I actually thought about booking us one of those, I don't know how you say it, Boundair photo shoots. I think that's how you spell it. But I really don't know any photographers near me who do that kind of photography. But I thought about like I could book us one together, but then I was like, it'll probably be like even more like if I just do one of myself and then I give those pictures to him. But I have never done it, but it's definitely been a thought. And when I find me a photographer, to do it, I'm gonna do it. In your younger years, before married life, did you ever kiss a girl? I never kissed a girl like passionately. I know that I have for sure kissed my best friend like on her cheek, but have I ever just tongued down a girl, bumped cootie cats with a girl? Yeah, I ain't never did that. Have you ever gotten into a fight? Okay, so let's do a story time about the time I got into a fight, and that's how we're gonna close out this video, okay? Because my camera going dead. So, when I was in 9th grade, I had this friend who literally, okay, so this is the neighborhood, this is her house. She lived across the main street, right outside of the neighborhood. She would walk to my house all the time. She had 2 brothers and a sister, I think, and yeah, they just were not good kids. Like, I'm sorry, they weren't good kids. They was not good kids. They was into drugs and all type of shit. They weren't good kids, but I came from a, you know, healthy household. You know, I ain't do that, but I also didn't judge, you know? Okay. So this girl would come to my house all the time, borrow my perfume, borrow my clothes, all this type of stuff. I really don't know what happened, but one day she just stopped liking me. And she just stopped liking me. And there were so many girls at the school who did not like me, to the point like I literally hated going to school every day because the bitches would try to be bullies. Not the bitches. Stop scaring people. I told y'all, he is insane. Why the hell would you sneak up on me like that? Why the hell would you sneak up on me like that?
Go to boys.
Hold on, y'all. Okay, besties, I'm back. This man that came up here and scared me, like, stop playing so much, babe. Stop playing so much. Anywho, they literally would try to be bullies. And they would try to bully me. I remember this one girl, I still have eczema, but I used to have eczema really bad, like on the top of my lip and right here, like on my chin, and then also on my forearms. I remember one day I was in the little microwave room at school. I was heating up my lunch, and I was in there by myself because my best friend was already in the lunchroom waiting for me to come. I told her I was going to stop and warm up my food and I'll be on my way. And the girls walked by, they were clicked up, and one of them, she started like doing like this, and she was talking about like my dark marks from my eczema around my mouth. And it's actually so cliche because her Facebook just came across my timeline the other day, and life has not been good to her. That's all I'm gonna say. The best revenge is just me. I'm just the best revenge. Like, ha ha, I win, bitch. Anyways. Okay, so anyways, they would always bully me. When I tell y'all they were recruiting people to not like me, like I didn't do anything to them. They were literally recruiting people to not like me. And I don't know if y'all remember, but in my last vlog, I talked about how I used to get my hair done in these quick weaves, right? So I had a quick weave at the time. A little bit of time passed, y'all. One day, me and the girl got into it at school. So we had words. We had like, we exchanged words. I don't necessarily remember what happened. All I know is that we had words. I was called all kind of hoes and sluts and all kind of things that girls love to say that they feel like is going to tear somebody else down. And I used to feel like in high school being called like a hoe or anything like that was detrimental to your image. Like it was absolutely horrible. All of a sudden, everybody got this bad taste in their mouth about you. But me personally, I didn't give a damn. I know who I am and what I'm not, so I didn't care. So anyways, a couple of weeks went past and we had just got released from first period. Well, it was like a block day. So on block days, your classes are not just like an hour long. There was like 2 hours long. And also, this particular teacher whose class I was in was my history teacher. And at the time, there was like this little scandal going around that they ended up saying, y'all remember I told y'all this in a vlog. He was messing with a boy on a soccer team that he used to coach. So his class that day was really chill, really relaxed. I feel like it was really chilled and relaxed because he's trying to get his story together because his ass finna go to jail. Anywho, we get out of there. I text my best friend before I leave out of the class, and I tell her where we gonna meet at for break. So I'm walking up to break. I got a little wallet in my hand because I got my money in there. I'm about to go buy me a snack, and then I'm gonna go to the other side of the school and meet my friend so we can hang out at break. I only have one friend, y'all, Jave. That's been my fucking ride or die since I was in first grade. So as I'm walking up, I got my head down and I'm getting my money out. And when I looked up, there's this big light-skinned girl who, we're not gonna expose anybody's tea. If you don't want to be a story time in my life, you shouldn't have did no wrong to me. Anywho, I see her and this other boy who he was super tall, always was very musty. He like, get her ass. So I'm highly confused at like what's going on, because like I said, I'm looking down in my wallet and I'm just simply trying to get my money out. And so all of a sudden the big light-skinned girl, I think she moved to the side, and the girl who didn't like me is right here standing behind this big old girl. And I looked up, and when I looked up, she just started fighting me. She was swinging on me. So what do? I start swinging back on the hoe. So boom, boom, boom. We're fighting. Everybody's all around. They're rallying around. Y'all know how messy kids be, child. They rallying around. We fighting. And then the principal come running up, and the girl ended up snatching my quick weave off. Obviously, when you have a quick weave, what do you have under your quick weave? You got gel braids. 9 times out of 10, you got gel braids and a little section of your leave out. So she snatches my quick weave off. Like I said, we went to a predominantly white school. One of the white kids ended up picking my quick weave up off the floor, and a boy put her on his shoulders, and she's swinging my quick weave up in the air. And I was just so pissed off, and I was just honestly embarrassed. So I just turned around and I walked and I went in the bathroom. This girl named Jalea, I still talk to Jalea to this day. Jalea was always a sweet girl. We just never was that close. Jalea ended up coming in the bathroom. She had wore like a head scarf type thing that day. She ended up wrapping my hair in a head scarf thing and was like, come on, Z, I'm gonna walk you to the front. I'm walking to the office. My best friend texting, calling me, where the hell are you at? Like, what is going on? Everybody said you just got in a fight. I go to the front. While I'm in the bathroom, I call my mom. I'm crying. I'm upset. My mom was like, are you hurt? I said, no, I'm not hurt. Like, honestly, none of her punches were connecting. I'm not hurt. I'm just mad. Like, she pulled my hair out. I'm mad. So my mom worked like 30 minutes away. I kid you not. My mama was there in like 10 minutes. My mama come in. She busts in the office. Where that bitch at? I'm finna whoop her ass. My mama passed the office. Like, the office has cubicles in it, right? My mama passed a little cubicle where the girl sitting at, and my mama like telling her I'm finna ram her head through the wall, all this type of stuff. It was just honestly horrible. And my mama has always been big on me, tell me to always keep paper trails, make reports of different incidents. So once the girls started bullying me and all this type of stuff, I always kept a paper trail. Anything that went on, I wrote it down. I took it to the office. I took so many things to the office at one point that they literally started offering me counseling, because they were like, we just don't want you to have any thoughts of suicide or anything, which I wasn't suicidal, bitch. I'm me. I'm a bad, and that's why y'all are mad. I was fine, but the school offered it, and I was like, it's a way if I can get out of class. So literally every Thursday, a counselor used to come to the school. We used to talk about like bullying, coping with anger, how to kill people with kindness, all this type of stuff. And my mom me and my mama actually told the school that we were going to sue them, because I had done all of these reports and nothing was ever done to this girl or the little clique of girls. Nothing was ever done to them. Like, nothing, just nothing. That's why I feel like I'm so like big on, I'm protect my kids at all costs. If I got to come up there and fight your mama, I'm coming up there and fight your mama, because my mama never played about me. But anywho, we never ended up suing the school, the board of education. We never did none of that. My mom just withdrew me from that school, and I started going to a new school. It was like I started my life all over. And honestly, I don't hold any hard feelings to anybody who tried to bully me in high school, simply because God never played about me. He never played about me. He never played about me. All that calling me a hoe and a slut, all of that, all I have to say, this hoe, slut, whatever they wanted to call me, I'm doing well for myself. I'm doing very well for myself. I'm doing well for myself. That's all I have to say. And yeah, I feel like the best revenge in life is always going to be me. There's no revenge needed because my life is already the revenge. That's just how I feel. Like whenever I'm out and about, since I have moved back home, whenever I'm out and about and I see people from high school, it's never no hard feelings. It's never nothing. Even like I saw this TikTok where this lady was saying her daughter is like 12, 13, she's getting bullied, and I ended up commenting, those girls are just jealous. That's what it all boiled down to in high school. Those girls were jealous. They were always jealous, and they will always just click up, gang up. But like I said, God never played about me, so I feel like some people peak in high school, some people peak after high school, and I feel like I'm just one of the people who just peaked after high school, and my life is only getting better and better and better and better and better. And even I ended up seeing one time there was this girl who had made a post on Facebook, and she was like, who was that one girl who got her weave snatched off in a fight? And somebody from the school had tagged me. This probably was like a year ago. And I was like, oh, that was me. Now, girl, this girl literally, back then, that crumbled me. Like, I literally was so pissed off about it. But today, girl, I literally get paid to wear wigs. I don't give a fuck about you making no Facebook post trying to be funny. I don't care. And then the school is having a all-class reunion started at my class, which I didn't graduate from there. So I don't know why they even sent me an invite on Facebook, but they're having a reunion. Baby, I wouldn't be caught dead at that reunion. I don't have any reuniting to do with anyone from there. Truthfully, like, me personally, I don't. I'm good in every hood. But I ain't got nothing, it's nothing to talk about, boo. We just don't have nothing to talk about. So why the hell would I go to the reunion? We don't have nothing to talk about. But yeah, I only got in one fight all high school, and that was the fight. It really wasn't even so much a fight. It was simply just her pulling my quick weave off, and I was just upset about it. And yeah, to this day, God has been good to me. Even after the fact, I switched schools, and it was just like I started my life all over again. I switched schools, and I ended up meeting my now husband. So all that whole shit, blah, blah, blah. Girl, all y'all pushing 30, y'all still not married. Your life in shambles. You need to get it together. But yeah, that's my tea. That's my tea. So yep, I made it all the way throughout high school, only getting in one fight, and yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, besties, I'm going to go ahead and end the video now because we have been talking for so freaking long. My camera is on 6%. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because we are on the road to 100K, y'all. We're so close to 100K, and I cannot wait to get my 100K plaque and celebrate with all my besties. But that's it for today's video. I will talk to my besties in the next video. Mwah! Love you, girl.